Hey guys, and welcome back to Unified Gaming. Now today, as part of our tips and tricks series, I'm going to show you how I make money on the Elder Scrolls Online with as little effort as possible. So we're going to jump straight into the video. Okay, first thing you want to do is have a PvE character. Any class, any race, doesn't really matter, as long as they have some AoE damage. You want to come to this place, so it's Malabator, and you want to try and get this way shrine, okay? Now obviously this way shrine is really helpful. It lets you teleport to the place, okay? It's an Alalius Ruins way shrine. We're going to go to a spot called the Crimson Cove, and it's a public dungeon, okay? Now the problem with trying to get to here is that actually it's not on the map properly, so I'm going to kind of show you the route that I take to get there, and I will just play it fast so you kind of get an idea of how to actually get to the place. So I'll see you inside. Okay, so almost there. So obviously this is a delve, ignore that, okay, don't go in there. Some people just go in the wrong place. So we're going to a place called the Crimson Cove. This is a public dungeon, so the mobs will be slightly harder to kill than, say, a normal delve, but it's not too difficult in all honesty. And I've got a friend of mine, Suddy, just showing him obviously the spot and how you make money. So we're going to go in here. You can obviously teleport in here if you're in and out. If there's two of you, what's really nice is one of you can obviously sit at the door, whilst the other one goes out and sells to a merchant or repairs if they need to. And then the other one can then obviously swap over. So that's kind of good to have two people to do this. Now with how public dungeons work is that the gold that enemies drop is based on the number of people in the dungeon. So the more people that are in the dungeon, the less money you'll get per pull. So kind of just do factor that in, okay? So I'm going to go and do a quick route just to kind of show you what you can do when it's a bit quieter, okay? So it's a little bit quieter, people have been able to move out of the way. So I'm going to try and get as many things as I can. And you do want to try and keep your heals up if you can, because you will get loads of ads trying to kill you. And then, yeah, you want to obviously do as much damage as you can. AoE damage is best for this, in all honesty. So that's 451 gold there. You know, first bat, 400 gold. When we kill these, it'll probably go up to 500. 490. And we've got those in the middle to kill. So it is really good XP. And money as well, which is what I love about this. 555 gold. Yeah, almost 600 gold. That is ridiculous, and that's the first pull done. You then obviously go up here. You pull this here, and you pulled one up here. You kind of kill them around here, okay? So this is slightly a smaller pull, but this will still give you a decent amount of money. I find that doing this is better when you're obviously on a solo or you're by yourself. Then when you get to here, there's an ad there. You get a pool of ads here, ads there, ads up here. You've got some ads around the corner that spawn there. You bring them back over here, where I am right now, and just kill them all. It's 365 gold. You know, the money is really good. For as little effort as it takes, it's really good money. And then up here, if you want, there's a boss up there you can kill, which will give you a spinner weapon or stuff. Sometimes you get Thunderbug as well. Somebody obviously killed those ads, so we would have got a bit more money. There's a boss here, so what you can do is, and there's ads there, so you can pull these ads, and if you miss any ads here, pull those, and then pull the boss, and pull the ones behind here, and then kill them all over here, where I am right now. And you'll obviously again get money and a boss drop. So it's really easy. Just gonna kill these quick. No, 100 gold there. It's just silly. If these happen to spawn on a slightly different timer, you just go through, grab these. There's some that spawn here, a lot of them, and there's a boss there. And you just kill them here. Just kill them all here. And let's see how much we get this time. So yeah, we've got 111 gold. We are about 2/3 of the way through the route. There's some here. You just kill them here. In this room, you do get a kind of quest boss that spawns. There's a Sky Child up there as well, so if you want a Sky Child to help yourself. You don't need to obviously worry about the quest boss. He doesn't actually do anything. If you do the quest, I'm unsure if these turn friendly, so I've never done the quest just to avoid that. When you drop down here, drop down, land on this. At the bottom, you then obviously go and grab all of the ads. So there's some there, some here. Now this is a very big pull, so just do factor that in. That you will potentially die if you don't have a shield or lots of heals. So there's 400 gold there. This is arguably the biggest pull in the dungeon that you'll get. So obviously I'm using a magic gun upgrade for this. Sorcerers work really well. Sork's easy for this. There's a boss up on the left by that campfire, so I don't know if you can see him. but you can also bring them into the pool as well. So there's 2 of you. You can obviously both do 600 gold from that pool. Ridiculous. Then you go through here, and we're almost back to the beginning. So you obviously just attack these guys here. There's a chest that you can sometimes get. You can see that. Attack the boss. Pull these guys here, and you just kill him here where I am. Now the boss doesn't hit too hard, which is good. 140 gold. 170 gold now. And you just kill the boss, and we're back to the beginning. So obviously this is what I do to just make money. It's easy money, in all honesty. Levels you up, gives you XP, gives you gold, levels up the skills. It's kind of, there's no real downside to this, and you can get decent stuff as well. So we're now back to the beginning, as you can see. We're going to pull all of these again. So what we want to try and do is just obviously aggro them. Now I pull obviously very large groups of enemies, so you might not be ready for that, and that's absolutely fine to do this into 2 smaller pools, okay? Because you will see my health bar will drop really fast in a moment, because I'm now getting all these ads trying to kill me. Now the second way that I make money is at Deshan, and this is farming Mother's Sorrow, okay? So you want to go to Mournhold, go east, go Snake, then go north, okay? You end up to this world boss and this anchor here, okay? So the idea is that you do the world boss, and then you do the anchor. So the anchor's been done, they're starting to disappear, so they'll respawn. Whilst that's happening, you kill the world boss, and you are trying to farm Mother's Sorrow. You can also get Plague Doctor from here, which again is a nice set because people pay for that for tanks, so not too bad. And you just kill these, okay? Now obviously the skills I have at the moment are just for AoE damage. But you'll kill this, and you'll get a chance of getting like Mother's Sorrow, Plague Doctor, or the Night Mother's Embrace, I think it is, off the top of my head. I could be mistaken though. And yeah, you just simply rotate here. This isn't the funnest way, it's not good for XP, it's very RNG based, but if you do land on the right staff, it is like ridiculous money. So, there is that, okay? So I'm just going to quickly kill this, I'll speed up the footage, and then we'll look at the anchor, okay? Now that the boss is dead, you get a chance. I've got a Plague Doctor chest. We'll see what trait that is, but that could be useful. Impen, could probably get some money for this, so that's somewhat useful for PvP. And then once you've done that, you just go across and you do the anchor if it's ready. If the anchor is not ready, you can go into the delve just over sort of towards the west, and you can obviously do the boss in there and get a piece of armor, which again you could sell. So this is kind of a spot that you can do here. So I'm going to quickly do the anchor and then kind of show you kind of what you get from here. Now that you do the anchor, you then obviously, out of the anchor you get a chest. As obviously you can obviously have a treasure hunter. I am unsure if this buffs the chest here. I don't think it does in all honesty, but it doesn't hurt to have it just in case, you never know. I've got a Plague Doctor necklace, so nothing great. If it was, say, Mother's Sorrow, and it was purple, then I'd obviously get a lot of money for that. Then now that they're both dead, go up and just check, yeah, still not ready, do the delve, and then that's it. So this is another way you can make money. Okay, another way you can make money is by doing Battlegrounds or PvP. You make good money from them because you get the AP, you can buy sets and boxes and stuff just easy. So if you do Battlegrounds, you want to speak to this person here, there is a quest which you obviously pick up from the poster. So every major city in sort of each alliance will have one. So obviously Oridon, I think Daggerfall has it, and I'm unsure about the Ebonheart. I don't actually play Ebonheart. But yeah, so you look for this. If you're unsure, just come here. Okay, it's called For Glory. You grab that, do the quest, and then you basically get bonus AP for just playing Battlegrounds. And then with Battlegrounds, the way that you make money is actually from getting the Wizard's Riposte stuff and purple jewellery. So what you're after is any purple jewellery, basically. Wizard's Riposte generally sells relatively okay. On Xbox, I was selling it for about 5k a pop. That was about 4 months ago, so 4 months from obviously from this video. On PC, this sells for about 1500. Considering obviously wax and stuff is dirt cheap. It's not bad money, and you get to have a bit of fun while you play it. As for the armor and stuff, just get rid of it generally. If you use Master Merchant, you can obviously check what's worth something. Weapons are quite useful, and yeah, so you can obviously Cow's gear, not really great, but any purple jewelry will make you money. So obviously you can get like 1,000 for each one. You know, it's not too hard because people will buy it either for jewelry deconstruction to level up the jewelry crafting, or people actually buy it for the set itself. So that's another way you can make money. Sort of following up from that, if you do actually have BGs and you've got loads of AP and stuff, you can jump into Cyrodiil. Now obviously I'm going to show you this on the Blue Alliance, so Daggerfall Covenants. If you obviously are in a different alliance, you'll need to go to obviously their respective home bases and stuff. Okay, so now that we're in Cyrodiil, obviously you can do this on any Cyrodiil campaign by the way, you want to find this person here, the Regional Equipment Vendor. He lets you convert your AP into boxes from a different region in PvE. So basically if you do Battlegrounds, you can earn AP that way. If you do Cyrodiil, you can earn AP that way. I generally do BGs, it's pretty good AP in all honesty. It's quite fun as well, so and you make money from just selling items. This is just bonus cash. So you basically pick an item box that's kind of popular. So if you know that Necropotence is doing really well in traders, buy loads of these, sell them. The one thing I will say though, and it's a bit of a caveat, is obviously if you buy loads of Necropotence and sell loads of it at once, yeah, you will bring the market down because there's going to be so many Necropotence items on the market. People will obviously then start to lower their prices to be competitive, and then they just become cheaper. You get less money per item. So do sort of take it with a pinch of salt that if you do obviously do this way, just make sure that you don't overload the market, because otherwise you'll basically get less return for each item. And what you want to try and do is find the one item that people are most in need of. So next patch I'd recommend it's going to be 7th Legion or Spriggans in all honesty. So Bankore item boxes will be really good ways to make money. Again, obviously you could go with Dashan for another sorry, but you get the idea. You can also obviously buy stuff from here. So the War Researcher, he obviously sells some stuff which is quite useful. So these motifs you can sell to people. They vary based on console and so on. Dawn Prison is also a good way to make some cash. So people generally buy this to learn the Triune jewelry crafting thing. So you can sell this for 10-15k a pop quite easily. So that's just an easy way to get cash. Over at the Elite Gear Vendor, this one here, obviously he sells different stuff. So if you want actually just PvP stuff specifically, this obviously gives you just PvP sets. So for example, if you're after things like Fury, obviously you can get Fury this way. Okay. Now I'm also going to show you another use of your AP. So in each alliance you will find there's this thing called the Golden Vendor. Now he comes on the weekend, and he comes every Friday sort of around 10 PM to 12 PM sort of UK time. It varies based on obviously summertime and so on. And he will sell you some gold jewelry and some gold monster sets. For Daggerfall Covenant, he's over here. So I know when I first played it, trying to find him was actually quite a pain in the ass, pardon my language, but it really was. But he spawns here, okay? And he will sell gold jewelry that you can go and obviously buy. So I would always recommend keeping a minimum of 1 million AP. So that way, if you happen to see some jewelry that you really need yourself, you've got the AP in reserve. Now obviously all my AP is kept in the bank, kind of what I do, and you just basically buy the jewelry and hold on to it for a couple of weeks. So a while back Spriggans came up, I've bought 3 necklaces, I've held on to them, and now the price are going back up, so I can then make obviously a lot of money on it. So that's kind of like a long-term investment, but it gives you the highest yield for your AP. So that's kind of how you can make money doing PvP and with AP and so on. And that's one of the ways that I make my money, the main way to be honest, because BGs are quite fun. And kind of you've got all those options with turning AP into gold, pretty much. Another way that you can make money, which obviously I haven't done on PC, but I do it on Xbox loads, and it's really good cash, is go to Skyreach. If you are a competent player, and you kind of can kill stuff relatively quickly, people will pay you to carry them around. So you simply go in Skyreach and you just go around and kill stuff. Really easy. There's loads of videos on there. I'm not obviously going to go and show you the route. It's really self-explanatory. But yeah, on PC, I'm unsure the going rate, and it varies anywhere from 1k to 10k. On Xbox, it's around 5 to 6k per run. So that's good money. So obviously you can make lots of money in an hour doing that. You average sort of 6 minutes a run max. So you kind of get 10 runs in, so you're making 60k gold at least. So not too bad. People will generally pay for blocks as well, so they might say, can you level me up 5 times and I'll give you 20k. you generally want to obviously look at the level and kind of factor it in all honesty, okay? And it's always good to get them to sort of pay half up front and half when you finish, or pay all up front before you start, because some people might not pay. So that's another way. Just Scar Reach, good money, but obviously does mean you have to focus on just killing stuff for them. And if your DPS is a bit low or you find that a bit hard, then that's not for you. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of the video now. I'm just going to kind of just point out a few spots where you can make money, and it's kind of using the same ways that we've already explored this. Okay, so you know the whole world boss sort of anchor delve for Mother's Sorrow. You can do the same for Necropotence. So up here you can go to Necropotence, and you can obviously do anchor. There's a world boss down here, delve, and you just repeat those. That gives you obviously Necropotence. So public dungeons are really good. They're basically group dungeons. It's very similar to what we've done with the Crimson Cove. That is a public dungeon in Malabator, so that's up there. So they look like this on the map. It's kind of like a cave symbol almost, and inside there they have mini bosses basically, and they drop obviously the sets according to their zone. But what's good about them is that because they're bosses, they drop obviously weapons, and obviously weapons are generally quite expensive for most sets. So if you are, say, after Necropotence and you know that sells really well, if you go to obviously the Obsidian Scar, and I do almost Stalk, you can obviously farm the Necropotence weapons and sell them. So it's a really good way to kind of get money. So you kind of got that way to get money. You've obviously got Deshaan, you've got the Crimson Cove for just sheer gold. The last thing you can do, I don't do this personally, but it does work. There's a region up here called Balfourn, or Banfoyan. And basically, you see this like sort of here, I'm going to put a little marker, so you see the markers going around. There's a kind of big circle around the farmland. Basically, there are loads of resources. This is a really good spot to get resources to sell. The downside with this, though, is it's incredibly busy. And on PC, particularly, there's a lot of bots. So, if you are trying to farm money that way, it's very up in the air, because the materials are low in price. It's only the sort of upgrade materials that are worth the money, and then it's all RNG, so you can't guarantee money from this. So you could spend 10 hours and get, you know, 200k. You could spend 10 hours and get 800k, but you might spend 10 hours and, you know, get a Mother Sorrow staff, and then you're kind of laughing because you know that's 400,000 on PC. So it's just kind of, you got to decide what's your time worth. The last thing I have done before, and it works really well, is using Imperial City for gold. This is a really good way to make money with Telva. So obviously what you do is you make sure you're 810 CP and go into the CP campaign. Really easy. Find a time when it's not busy at all, and going with 2 people, and you just killed the bosses, and then you bank it. And then once you've done that, you then buy the alchemy satchels, and with the alchemy satchels you go and get loads of ingredients, and you sell the ingredients in traders. That makes you a ridiculous amount of money, and it's probably the best way to make money because potions are always being used, so there's always a high demand. So if you get things like cornflower, for example, powdered pearl, I think it is, that, you know, you're getting really good money there. So that's the kind of the last thing that I do. So as I said, I'm going to wrap the video up here now. So I've just given you kind of all the ways that I use to make money with as little effort as possible, just basically playing the game without actually trying to make cash. And hopefully this obviously helps those people who sort of find getting gold a bit difficult. And yeah, if you enjoy these kind of videos, then obviously like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Lets me know that you want to see ESO in the future. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and take care, guys. Bye.